I am back today with a very interestingly designed optic, the Crimson Trace HRO. Optics Planet sent this out to the channel at my request for a project, and they also created a code 704TAC or 704TAC for 5% off your Optics Planet order. Not only is it valid on Crimson Trace, but a ton of other products, and some of my favorites have been the pick rail stocks that they've been having on sale from Midwest Industries, as well as a few other companies like JMac. So you'll want to use that code on pretty much anything you find on Optics Planet's website to save yourself some money. But back to the HRO. Unfortunately, when I pulled it out of the box, the dot itself did not get bright enough. I thought it was just kind of something that the HRO wasn't good at until I took it outside on a normal sunny day and I couldn't utilize the red dot whatsoever. I contacted Crimson Trace. They said that shouldn't be like that. They've heard about that in some models and that they'll replace it. And I called them as me, not as a YouTube channel, so it was great customer service. The next HRO came, and unfortunately, it would not tighten down on any of the rail systems that I tried on any of the AR platforms, either AR9 or AR15 that I tried. You can see that this is actually just a normal screw clamping design, and there is a pocket machined. But eventually, as you can see right there, you just run out of closing room. It bottoms out on this shelf right here. And even all the way tight as I could get it, there was still rattle on the rail system. I assumed something was wrong, swapped it out, tried a third optic, and it was still loose on the same rail systems. At this point, I again contacted Crimson Trace about this issue, and the tech said that this is a known issue, that it's not really an issue. It was just designed for, here we go, larger pick rails, whatever that means. Apparently, there's variation. There's no true industry standard that the industry really utilizes for a pick rail. But I've seen that every other optic I've ever tried, has locked up on a rail. $20 red dots from Amazon may break after 3 shots, but they lock up on the rail. A $400 optic like this, yes, a $400 optic like this will not lock up on the majority of the rail systems that I've tried. Now, after telling me that it does lock up on some rail systems, I figured I would go through pretty much my entire pick rail collection and see what it worked with. Right off the bat, 98% of the AR-15 platforms, no matter what company I tried, it did not lock up. It did lock up on one 45 CMMG, so if you have a 45 ACP CMMG, that will work. The next thing that it worked on was going to be the CZ Scorpion, and I'll go ahead and show you guys that real quick. So on the CZ Scorpion, it locked up rock solid, no issues there. So it does fit some pick rails and it will hold 0. It is a very nicely designed optic with a large viewing window, auto on and auto off technology. The latest ones they sent me do get brighter than the first one, but I feel like other red dots get brighter. Like if you pick up a Sig Romeo or a Hollow Sun or an EOTech or an Aimpoint, they all get way brighter than this optic. There are some cases in certain sunny situations where the ambient light gets so bright, you find it very hard to pick this optic up, or at least the dot up. Now, the controls are very nice. The auto on and auto off work great. And I love the large viewing window. Like, I love everything about this optic if it were to lock up on most of my rails that I use and it had a much brighter dot. Those are the two things really deterring it, especially at the sale price of about $400-ish after my code. So there's a lot of other optics I would recommend over this. Large frame optics, like just like a basic EOTech or some of the Hollow Suns or even some other North Tacs. A lot of those large frame viewing windows come in about half the price, unless we're talking about EOTech, of course. But they lock up better. They have the same types of features. They have a brighter dot. The HRO does a nice job of having probably one of the nicest window panes that I've seen. So I'll kind of go bring it off here and show you guys that one more time. You can see they just do a very, very good job of allowing you to have a massive viewing window for competitive shooting, personal defense shooting, or maybe like a spade grip AR that I showed on the channel a while back where you're doing some interesting shooting off of a tripod. I mean, this optic is just cool. When I talked to Crimson Trace, I gave them the opportunity to discuss future iterations. Are they going to be changing this? Do they have plans to change this? And no, the answer is this is the optic. So if they ever come out with an HRO2, I'll be the first to list to grab it. If it were you and you were going to buy one and you were going to spend $400, I would call Crimson Trace and confirm rail size and every measurement on your rail system before I would purchase. That's what I would personally do. I would call Crimson Trace and ask them, will it fit my particular gun, and get an answer before you invest $400 and you have that rattle and it just will not be holding zero. Again, there's nothing you can do about it, and their solution to the clamping problem was if it doesn't fit your guns, you can return it. So that's where it is. That's what it is. Those are Crimson Trace's words. It's designed like that. It's not changing. It will not fit some of the smaller pick rails. And if it doesn't, the only option is to return it. So that's where this is. I'll let you guys make the decision. But personally, I'm probably not going to grab another one of these until they come out with a version 2. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.